you imagine one of your children running away, being abducted or kidnapped, or possibly being the next victim of human trafficking? Well, I'm going to tell you a story about a girl who was 16 years old and she was abducted. She was trying to do the right thing and testified against a group of gang members through a murder investigation. And after the investigation, the gang members all came and took her and sold her into sex trafficking. She was trafficked through many states: Nevada, Arkansas, Arizona, and California. And she was sold for the first time to a man in Arizona for $150,000. By the fourth time she was sold for $275,000. This girl was brutally raped at least 34 times a day. These men paid to have consensual sex with her. They took her pride, they took her dignity, and most of all, they even made her become a drug addict. In order for the traffickers to get their victims to comply, they would drug them. Now, men, women, and children can all be victims of human trafficking. Sexual trafficking is a large issue that human trafficking has, but so is labor trafficking. I'm going to focus mainly on sexual trafficking in 3 areas. I'm going to focus on the prostitution charges, homelessness, and raising awareness in medical fields. So prostitution expert Joanna Robinson, CEO of World Childhood Foundation, says, many girls are sold online, not visible to the world. So prostitution and human trafficking is very widespread, not just on the streets, but also online. Cindy Guerra reported children who have not reached the legal age of consent to sex are being charged with prostitution. Victims of sex trafficking are taken in and charged with prostitution in order to try to get them to testify against a pimp or trafficker. Homelessness is another area. Doctors for a Change say they estimate 2 million out of 1.3 million are lured into sexual exploitation within 48 hours of even leaving their home, which makes it very dangerous. Covenant House says 68% of youth have been trafficked or engaged in survival sex, and at least 600 children are forced into sex acts a night. Victims between homelessness and the prostitutes are terrified to talk to prosecutors or cops. They are afraid of their lives since their IDs are taken away. They are afraid of being beaten or worse, murdered. Medical awareness also needs to be addressed through sexual trafficking. Many people can address this situation if medical practices were educated with human trafficking and the signs of it, the warning signs. Hannah Stokes said that she's a human trafficking expert. She says that she's a physician and she's never been even consoled to be teaching her trafficking victims should be even identified. Something does need to be done. Homelessness needs to be addressed, possibly in school systems, making it where children know if they run away that they are very at large for being trafficked into sex trafficking or even abducted. There needs to be education awareness towards medical facilities. Maybe the same training that they take sexual abuse or children that are being beaten, that needs to be done with sexual trafficking as well. Also, prostitutes need to be able to talk freely and not being scared against their traffickers in order to comply with the cops. News 6 reported that the first case of human trafficking was here in Oklahoma in 2018. There's been federal charges, but nothing local into the state until 2018. There's several warning signs against sex traffickers and what the victims go through. That could be taking their IDs away. These people are not allowed to even go to the bathroom by themselves. People talk for them. They are branded with logos or tattoos on them of a sign. Sean Rice, Utah Attorney General, says that there is more human trafficking, more modern day slavery than in any human history. I really do not know how this is possible. Ways to contribute, donating is one of them. You can donate to any of the facilities that are trying to help either the homelessness getting back on their feet or the prostitutes with housing them. You can also volunteer. Now, I don't know how, as a mom, that we can address this problem and try to make it safer for the world. If it's not addressed properly, there's going to be an increase in crime rates with people being lured into trafficking. Children are already not even able to go out in public with their families because they are being abducted and taken away from them.